सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरये। हरि ओम, जय गुरुदेव. So yesterday we completed the last verse 21st, Bahya Sparsha, and today we will see the next verse. ये हि संस्पर्शजा भोगा दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, he, because, ye, those which, samsparshajah, are born of contact between the sense organs and desirable objects, bhogaha, enjoyments, te, they, dukkha yonayah eva, they are the sources of pain alone, adi antavantah, and they have a beginning and an end. Buddha, the wise person, teshu, in them, na ramate, does not revel. O son of Kaunteya, he, ye, samsparshajah, bhogah, te, dukkhayonayah, eva, adi antavantah, buddha, teshu, na ramate. Because those enjoyments that are born of contact between the sense organs and desirable objects are the sources of pain alone and have a beginning and an end. O son of Kunti, the wise person does not revel in them. Both the Bahya Sparsheshu Asakta Atma, Bahya Sparsheshu Asakta Atma, and the Brahma Yoga Yukta Atma of the previous verse are again commented upon here. The objects contacted by the sense organs are called samsparshas. Sparsha meaning contact, as we have seen. Between the sense organs, indriyas, and the desirable objects, ishta vishayas, there is contact, and because of that contact, there is a sukha called bhoga here, meaning enjoyment, a pleasant experience. These pleasant experiences are born out of the sensory contact with desirable sense objects. Samsparshajah bhogaha. Krishna also says here that these enjoyments are the potential causes for sorrow. Dukkha yonayah. Yoni means womb. Therefore, enjoyments or pleasant experience born of the contact between the sense organs and desirable objects I will read again. Krishna also says here that these enjoyments are the potential causes for sorrow, dukkha yonayah. Yoni means womb. Therefore, enjoyments or pleasant experience born of the contact between the sense organs and desirable objects, they are the wombs or potential causes for dukkha. They are sources of sorrow. Why? Because even before gaining these pleasant experiences, there is dukkha in that you have to work for them until you get them. To bring a desirable object or pleasant experience into alignment with the sense organs is not an easy thing. If you want to see an object that is away from you, you either have to take yourself to the object or bring the object to you. If it is a mountain, you have to go to the mountain. If it is something else, you may be able to bring it to yourself. Either way, you have to work for coming into contact with it. You either have to come in contact with the object or it has to come in contact with you. This contact has to take place, which itself implies a lot of effort on your part. And this is only the beginning. When the contact takes place, it must be proper. It must be desirable. The sight of a favorite dish may make you happy. But if when you put it on your tongue, it is too hot, there is a problem. The sight of it was one contact which was desirable, and the contact the food made with your tongue was another which was undesirable. Thus, to ensure that the contact is proper and desirable is not always easy. Desirable experiences cannot last. How long the desirable contact can last is another problem. The process of experiencing an object itself may exhaust the object and then you will miss the contact. Or you yourself may become tired and therefore unable to continue the contact. The attitude or the mood to enjoy also goes away and again you lose the contact. Whether due to change of mood, the sense organs becoming tired, or the object no longer being available, you always find that this kind of happiness is only temporary, if not momentary. And when it goes, it leaves you high and dry. It leaves you unhappy. We see then that before gaining enjoyments, there is dukkha. And after you get them, you spend your time thinking, I'm going to lose this happiness. Finally, when they are over, there is more dukkha. Again, you have to work for them. All enjoyments are the sources of sorrow, dukkha yonis, because they have a beginning, adi, and an end, anta. Thus, they are called Adi Anantavantaha in this verse. A desirable contact is the beginning. The end is when the desirable contact is no longer available. This means that these bhogas are all anitya, not lasting. They are non-eternal. The person who understands the limited nature of such enjoyments is called Buddha in this verse. Buddha means Viveki. Thus, Buddha can be taken either to mean a discriminative person or a wise person. In his commentary on this verse, Shankara defines Buddha in the latter sense, one who understands the real nature, the truth of oneself. Avagata Paramartha Tattva. So here Shankaraji has explained about a person who is Viveki and is also called Buddha. Enjoying a natural cheerfulness, this person, the karma yogi, goes about doing only what is to be done, not bound by anything. The karma yogi may enjoy certain objects, but he or she is not bothered by any of them. And this Karma Yogi on becoming a Brahma Yoga Yukta Atma, one who is endowed.
Bela ji, you left one para before this. Because of Viveki understands.
Sorry. Okay. Shamyatam. Because a Viveki understands the limitations of ordinary happiness, he or she goes after the happiness that does not wane. Akshaya Sukha, which is why the person was called Bahya Sparsheshu Asakta Atma, one who is not carried away by the mind's fancies for external objects. Because of the person's discrimination, he or she becomes Bahya Sparsheshu Asakta Atma. That is the essence of the whole shloka here. Dhanyavad, Dr. Savita, for reminding. I will read once again the same paragraph. Because a Viveki understands the limitations of ordinary happiness, he or she goes after the happiness that does not wane. Akshaya Sukha, which is why the person was called Bahya Sparsheshu Asakta Atma, one who is not carried away by the mind's fancies for external objects. Because of the person's discrimination, he or she becomes Bahya Sparsheshu Asakta Atma. Enjoying a natural cheerfulness, this person, the Karma Yogi, goes about doing only what is to be done, not bound by anything. The Karma Yogi may enjoy certain objects, but he or she is not bothered by any of them. And this Karma Yogi, on becoming a Brahma Yoga Yukta Atma, one who is endowed with the knowledge of Atma as Brahman, gains the happiness that does not wane. So beautiful. Anyone would like to add? I think it is very simple, right? It is explained so well by Swamiji.
This is the way forward of how to get out of our ragadveshas. That is what is talked about for a karma yogi, is to live a life. The reason why we require to live a life of a karma yogi is so that we can decrease the hold of ragadveshas on our life. And being this bahya sparsheshu asaktatma is the way forward. And he's cheerful, this karma yogi is cheerful. It's not like he does not enjoy what is there, but he's not bound by them. Whether he gets his gulab jamun or not, he's happy. He takes it as prasada. If he gets it, he enjoys it. He takes that also as prasad. So having a desire is not a problem, but holding on to it and depending upon it and making your life miserable if you do not get it, that is an issue. And it's so beautifully explained, the mechanics of sense pleasures, how the contact of the sense object leads to momentary happiness. Anything that has a birth has to die. Similarly, all this is anitya. The happiness that you get out of sense objects is anitya because it has a beginning and an end. And that word, the dukkha yoni, is such a beautiful term. If we can remember that, whenever we have any desire, that will automatically bring us to the aspect of discrimination. 1 second, I'll just mute everyone. Bella, I suggest that you unmute yourself, please.
Yes, Brahmaraj.
Yeah.
Yeah, so beautifully explained. Yeah, dukkha yoni itself, the word is really a reminder for us to come into center once again, coming back to the center. Giving oneself to one's desires. In his introduction to the next verse, Shankara points out that desire or longing for enjoyments is opposed to serious inquiry into oneself, an inquiry that requires a certain maturity. A person who wants to understand Atma, Brahman, the ultimate, and who at the same time wants to go to discourse will have no time for such an inquiry. First, the mind of such a person has to be fixed up, but he or she will not have any time for that either. The person is acting out of the likes and dislikes in his or her mind and not dealing with them directly. Only when you begin to deal with your raga dveshas do you become an inquirer and a serious person, a seeker. This is a major takeaway line. I will read once again. The person is acting out of the likes and dislikes in his or her mind and not dealing with them directly. Only when you begin to deal with your raga dveshas do you become an inquirer and a serious person, a seeker. You may have 100 problems, but as long as you are ready to deal with them, there is no real problem at all. The person who deals with his or her problems already has a certain maturity, and the problems of such a person will resolve in time. But for the person who is given to the problems themselves, where is the chance for him or her to deal with them? Giving oneself to one's desires is the real problem. And as Shankara says, is opposed to the pursuit of liberation, moksha. Kamah shreyo marga pratipakshi. Kamah shreyo marga pratipakshi. This problem then is the one that is the most difficult to deal with. Being controlled by one's desires, kamas, is considered to be the most difficult problem. Shankara continues, because it becomes the cause for that which you do not want, dukkha in all of its many forms. For example, if you lose your health due to the overindulgence of certain desires, you will also lose your money and a variety of other things in the process. Or losing your money, you may lose your health. And these kamas in the form of raga dveshas are not easy to eliminate. Durnivara. In other words, they are difficult to get in hand. I will read this once again. You may have 100 problems, but as long as you are ready to deal with them, there is no real problem at all. The person who deals with his or her problems already has a certain maturity, and the problems of such a person will resolve in time. But for the person who is given to the problems themselves, where is the chance for him or her to deal with them? Giving oneself to one's desires is the real problem. And as Shankara says, is opposed to the pursuit of liberation, moksha. Kama shreyo marga pratipakshi. This problem then is the one that is the most difficult to deal with. Being controlled by one's desires, kamas, is considered to be the most difficult problem. Shankara continues, because it becomes the cause for that which you do not want, dukkha in all of its many forms. For example, if you lose your health due to the overindulgence of certain desires, you will also lose your money and a variety of other things in the process. Or losing your money, you may lose your health. And these karmas in the form of raga, dveshas are not easy to eliminate. Durnivara. In other words, they are difficult to get in hand. That is so beautiful. Therefore, an extra effort is required in order to bring about an antidote for karma, as Krishna infers in the next verse.
Please, someone can explain that. Down, please, little bit. That kama shreyo marga pratipakshi. What is that?
Your karma is your desire. When you are given to the desires, when you have for achieving them, the Shreyo Marga, that is the way to self-realization. Pratipakshi is like a Virodhabhas. It is like opposite.
Opposed to the pursuit of liberation.
Yes.
Our karma is opposed to the pursuit of liberation. That is kama Shreyo Marga Pratipakshi.
Yeah, it is between like Shreyas and Preyas. When we choose Preyas, we lose Shreyas. We do not, I mean, it is like a major obstacle.
Thank you.
So
Dhanyavad.
I would like to make a correction to what I said. Earlier, I had said having a desire is not a problem. That is also being addressed here by Shankara, as in saying that desire itself is in the mind, and working at the desire, as in taking care of the karma at the level of the mind. That is where Shama and Dhamma come in, is what is important. And that is what I think we're going to look at in the next verse. So for a karma yogi, you cannot say, okay, having desires is okay. Karma yogi is one who deals with his desires at the mind level itself, and he sets it right.
That is Shama.
That is Shama, and also Dhamma, right? See, Dhamma.
No, after the sense, after I get, say, I want to eat gulab jamun, that is Shama. You avoid that only means gone, okay? Once we are now eating gulab jamun, then eating not too many is Dhamma. You see? First is the Shama, we can stop there only, not to eat. But okay, we have made our mind to eat jamun, but how many way to eat? Only one is enough. That is Dhamma. That is senses again. So nice it is. Thank you.
So both are required for us to be a karma yogi and deal with our karma.
Therefore, an extra effort is required in order to bring about an antidote for karma, as Krishna infers in the next verse. I'll just read once again. Therefore, extra effort is required in order to bring about an antidote for karma, as Krishna infers in the next verse. Shaknoti haiva yah sodhum prakshariira vimokshanaat kam krododbhavam vegam sayukta sasukhi naraha. Yah, the one who Praksharira Vimokshanat, before release from the body. Kam, Krodha, Udbhavam, born of anger and desire. Vegam, force. Iha eva, here itself in this world. Sodhum, to endure, to master. Shaknoti, is able. Saha, he or she. Yuktaha, is a karma yogi. Saha, he or she. Sukhi naraha is a happy person. Yah prak sharira vimokshanat काम क्रोध उद्भवम वेगम इह एव सोढुम शक्नोति सह युक्तः सह सुखी नरः. The one who is able to master the force born of anger and desire here in this world before release from the body is a karma yogi. He or she indeed is a happy person. So just remember the word prak sharira vimokshana and kama krodha udbhavam. And the one who is able to master them. Sodhum, such beautiful words. Here, Krishna is saying that you do not control kama and krodha, desire and anger. Rather, you knock off the kama krodha udbhavam vegam, the force born of kama and krodha. I will read this line again. Here, Krishna is saying that you do not control kama and krodha, desire and anger. Rather, you knock off the kama, krodha, udbhavam vegam, the force born of kama and krodha. First, you should know how to take care of the force, vega. Then you can take care of the desire, anger, and the pain that become the cause for that force. Behind every pain, there is an expectation. And unfulfilled expectation leads to anger, as we have seen. Kama and krodha have a certain sting, and by taking care of the force born of them, you remove their sting. Thus, one has to pay attention to kama and krodha.
Can you read this para one more time, please?
Yeah. Here, Krishna is saying that you do not control kama and krodha, desire and anger. Rather, you knock off the kama, krodha, udbhava vegam, the force born of kama and krodha. First, you should know how to take care of the force, vega. Then you can take care of the desire, anger, and the pain that become the cause for that force. Behind every pain, there is an expectation, and unfulfilled expectation leads to anger, as we have seen. Kama and krodha have a certain sting, and by taking care of the force born of them, you remove their sting. Thus, one has to pay attention to kama and krodha.
Means the force of krodha. We become very, very, very anger, no? That has to be reduced. That is what he's saying.
No, the
Udbhavam.
original, the udbhavam. Udbhavam means the origin. Like
Yeah,
in
but-
the initial verses, Swamiji had said, no, for perfection and other things also we are so much. When you are not having some perfect things, the things are not imperfect, then also that gives rise to your krodha.
Vegam. No, he says
So the-
Udbhavam Vegam means the
Yeah.
force, root cause.
Yes,
For-
Shankariji wrote the root cause.
How to take care of the force, Vega.
Of not just the krodha, it is also of kama.
Kama,
Kama,
even
the
desires.
force, no, means the intense force.
Yeah.
The force of that Vega of desire and also the Krodha. That we should know how to take care of. That is most important. I think we should understand and underline this. First, you should know how to take care of the force, Vega. Then you can take care of the desire and anger and the pain that becomes the cause for that force. Good. Means the intensity of the Krodha and Kama. See, everyone, we cannot leave the Raga and Dvesha immediately, but we can control this intensity. That is what he says. Udbhavam Vegam, not only Udbhava, the root cause, the force with which it comes, that has to be controlled. You should know how to take care of the force, Vega, then you can take care of the desire, anger, and the pain that becomes. So good. I think we should write it and keep.
Take care of that force behind the anger. What is that method?
What I remember Swami Suryapada ji mentioned in his Gita Swadhyaya was, when you doing your practices, your sadhana, especially Sudarshan Kriya and meditation, when you're getting thoughts in your mind, there is a gap between you're given that awareness, the awareness comes out after the sadhana, wherein you're able to have a little gap between the thought arising in your mind and you working on the thought. So it is this gap that is important. This is when you exercise your discrimination. Otherwise, for people who are not doing any sadhana, there is no awareness. Without that awareness, the moment a thought arises in your mind, you tend to act on it. You become impulsive in what you act. There is no pause. So the pauses that we get are due to awareness, and this awareness is because of your sadhana. So therefore, the sadhana is so important.
Exactly. The awareness is the reason to curb the force, to take down the force behind the anger. I'm noticing this so frequently now that this is the real reason. The awareness has to dawn on us. Once the awareness dawns, the force goes down by itself. The force behind the anger goes down. And then you don't get angry anymore.
Well said, Prasiji, well said. This is also, when anger comes, we should know, no, anger is coming. Only that pause makes you that intensity down. Yeah, correct.
Now,
I
this awareness comes only through sadhana.
Sadhana, yeah, good.
Only
Wonderful.
through.
Nice.
And I can tell you there was a certain incident recently which happened. A participant was brought to me by the teachers coordinator. We have teachers coordinators here in India, NTC, then STC and all that. And the participant was brought, they had a complaint against a teacher. And I was seeing how the teacher was becoming angry with the other teacher who had committed the mistake. And I noticed that there was no anger in my mind as far as the incident was concerned. I took corrective action. I took away the manual and the player of the Sudarshan Kriya player of the teacher concerned. I took it in writing from the victim, and I took it in writing from the teacher. And yesterday I got a call from NTC saying that, wow, timely corrective action I had taken. I was seeing the teacher becoming angry with the other teacher, but there was no anger in me. And even after I had taken corrective action, for me, it was like, now he needs rehabilitation for whatever he has done. So when there is no anger within us over a grievous mistake made, how we keep on taking corrective action? I have
Not
sent him
just
to a
corrective action.
psychiatrist
I think,
undergoing.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, sorry. You continue, Persiji.
No. I said the corrective action was sending him off to a psychiatrist and he's under treatment now. But the mistake was made, but I don't feel anger at him at all. Like, I don't know, somehow that is not there. But I've taken corrective action, like, and timely corrective action.
So wonderful, Persisi. Really wonderful.
So very
This,
beautiful.
yeah, really good.
You were
I think
in
we
your
should.
center.
That is
Sorry?
restraining.
You were
What?
centered. You were centered in all this, in this example, in this anecdote.
Restraining,
You were
centered.
centered. You were not disturbed by the incident like the other teacher was. You were
Yes.
not overshadowed by your anger. You were calm and centered, and therefore you were able to take the right decision. Getting the right thought, the right time comes when you're in that space of centeredness.
And that
And
awareness is
not
there.
only that,
The
you had
teacher.
the compassion also to
Yeah.
look at how to rehabilitate him rather
Yeah.
than point fingers and make an issue about it and see him as a doshavan or doshi. You have
Yeah.
also beautifully corrected. That's exactly what Gurudev has been doing with prisoners. He's saying they're victims of their own of their own stress. So they need rehabilitation. You cannot just corner them and put them in prison and not do anything about taking care of their
Yeah. Rehabilitation is so necessary.
important. Very beautiful. Thank you for sharing this, Percy ji.
It's just that awareness I'm thinking about. This awareness in this for everything, raga, dvesha, and all. The awareness has to be spot on for us.
Correct. Otherwise, there was one sentence that Swamiji spoke of. If for a person who wants to pursue self-inquiry, if he is following his karmas, then there is no time. So there is a requirement of discrimination, requirement of um, uh, to say which karma to pursue. Do you want to pursue all the sense objects, sensory pleasures that are there out there in the world, or you want to redirect them towards self-inquiry? I think, Bela, if you can just go down a bit, there was one beautiful sentence that Swamiji had mentioned. I think it was a little more, yeah. Yeah, this one. A person, Shankara points out that desire or longing for enjoyments is opposed to serious inquiry into oneself. An inquiry that requires a certain maturity. A person who wants to understand Atma or Brahman, the ultimate, and who at the same time wants to go to discourse will have no time for such an inquiry. So first, the mind of such a person has to be fixed up, but he or she will not have any time for that either. So therefore, you have to start working at your ragadveshas at the mind level itself. So the person is acting out of likes and dislikes in his or her mind and not dealing with them directly. Only when you begin to deal with your ragadveshas do you become an inquirer and a serious person, a seeker. These are such important lines, no, for us to remember, because so often, like what I myself mentioned earlier, which is not right. I said having desires is not a problem. No, it is. You have to stop and pause and say, do I really want this desire? Do I require to fulfill it? So you must deal with your desires at the mind level itself.
Shama.
Yeah.
Do I have to eat gulab jamun or completely avoid it? So good.
Go ahead, Bela.
I think every time, whenever we get some desire or krodha or anything, we have to pause and be aware. I think that intensity will go. Anything. I think that is the formula we have to use it.
What Gurudev says is, a mistake is a mistake, neither his nor mine. And that's exactly what Percy G did with respect to this teacher anecdote. And Gurudev gives solutions, especially for yes children. He says, when you're getting anger, count backwards. They say count 1 to 10 or something. He says count backwards from 10 to 1. Or just breathe. We have so many techniques he's given us. He's given us the technique. So when you see that anger is arising, you just do the and you'll notice that it's settling down. Attention on your breath. But all
That
this we have as
intensity will
knowledge.
go.
We have it as knowledge, but this should come to our rescue at the time when that udbhavam vegam of the kama or the krodha is overtaking us. So that is the whole point there.
Yes, and that, what I was looking was this teacher is getting angry on the perpetrator of the crime, but the other people are seeing her getting angry. Then, as teachers, what should be our code of conduct? Like, are we to show this kind of anger or use words which are, I mean, that level of awareness is not at all there once you get angry. That we need to have that awareness.
But here, no, Percy G.
Teachers are
No,
doing sadhana, but why in situations there is absolutely no control? Like,
yeah.
why do we
Here,
go?
I would say instead of see, every teacher is also not a finished product. They're all products in making. They work in progress. So instead of asking why did the teacher get so angry, if we can maybe just convert the why into a wow, even that little disappointment that that teacher was also getting angry will turn into
Go.
compassion.
Well said, Ramaraji, well said.
Isn't it? Because
Yes.
now, as teachers, yes, of course, we have to be exemplary and be role models, but we ourselves are not complete finished products. We have not become siddhas. You have, in so many ways, and whatever you've shared so far, you have reached that state of perfection, so to say, where you are in control of yourself. Whereas maybe people around that other teacher who was in question is not. So when, again, I'm saying, this is very nice to say when you're not in any situation. It's beautiful to say, convert why to wow. But in that situation, I'm asking about myself, am I able to use this knowledge? That is the whole thing about jnana becoming vijnana.
Vijnana, yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
see, the participant had come with her husband and brother, and the brother was a little, the angrier type. He wanted to beat up this teacher, kind of thing. 3-4 times he got up also, uh, very forcefully. And from a distance, I could control him by using my voice in a very stern manner, but there was no anger in it.
Mm.
I use words like, do not try to compromise the dignity of my organization. Please don't do it. I would use stern words, have that tone of sternness in my voice, and then he would calm down. But there was no anger in it. But just raising that voice modulation would keep him under control so that he would not do anything unnecessary.
That is what Guruji was telling, no? You need not have to even raise the voice. Only by your disposition, by eyes only, we can hold the anger, So good it is, so good. Thank you. Such a nice
In
Even-
Patanjali
discussion.
Yoga Sutras, what is that? That is, when you practice this, you have Vairatyaga. What is that? Someone remember? Because that's what Gurudev says, no? When someone practices this of the Ashtanga Yoga, there is Vairatyaga. In your presence, violence drops.
Violence stops.
I
That is
think
ahimsa.
ahimsa.
That is
Ahimsa, when you practice ahimsa yourself, in the true sense, it's not just by word, it's not just by deed. It's word, deed, and even in your thought. If you're practicing ahimsa, then there is violence itself in your presence drops.
Yeah, that is the first quality needed, ahimsa. That is the in niyama, it comes in niyamas,
Yeah.
First two, niyama, and another one is
Yama niyama.
yama, that is yama. In yama, first one is ahimsa.
Correct.
Then asat, means we should not tell lie. And then asteya, fourth one. Then aparigraha. These are do nots, yamas. And that is the first step. No? It is the first thing in Ashtanga Yoga.
Right.
So, such a beautiful thing. Wonderful it is. So good. Nicely explained here. Kama Krodha Udbhavam Vegam. Means we have to reduce that intensity. And how we will reduce? We have to pause there, as you said, Brahmaraji. Such a beautiful Manana, Brahmaraji. I thank you very, very much. And Persiji, I thank you for this. Really, because we were not knowing how to use it. So whenever any desire comes also, if we see ourselves that desire is coming, then that udbhavam vegam will reduce, So you become witness. Once you witness, automatically it reduces. We have been using it, but the science behind that is understood here now. Nicely. Thank you for this, Manana.
That is why Gurudev says there are so many people out there who do not even know what is happening in their mind. It is so sad that they are born, they live, and they die without even knowing what's going on in their upper story. But thankfully, and that is why he also says for a sadhak, it's actually very painful. The journey is painful because he is aware of what all is going on in his mind. Because because of that awareness, you are aware of the emotions coming up, your thoughts and everything. But then we continue.
Because you see, many times the situation comes because of some things happening. A person comes and you get that udvega, many times. That situation immediately that makes you anger. And once you are in that anger, then samuda means you cannot control. Then you don't know what is happening. And you have to face the music. So now we know that this person brings me angry. Simply be aware of that just a pause makes that udvegam less and automatic. Wonderful. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you. I got it. Wonderful. Many times, we become anger only with the situation, and those situations many times occur. So we know now he will be coming, I will be getting angry. That awareness itself brings down the udvega and you will not get angry. That is the formula. Thank you.
Yeah, very beautiful discussion.
This
Then the
three-
compassion follows rather than anger.
3-4 paras are very important today, what we just read. These 3-4 paras. Though the
Yes.
intensity of the anger, the force behind it has to come down. All these are very important. Very slowly we read it, we repeated it, and the points came out. Because this is what we have to put into practical use in day-to-day life. Just reading it, sermonizing it is not. Putting it into practice is important. More and more awareness is required.
Whenever I read any point, I'll be thinking how I have to implement it. Now here also I was thinking how to implement it. And when we started discussion, actually we were doing that, but I was not knowing this is the root cause, that Udvega Bhavam. And we have that verse also for that, is a really Krishnaji. Thanks of Bhagavad Gita. One word, one thing is so important. And if we analyze and read it and follow it, I think wonderful knowledge, wonderful knowledge. Thank you. Thanks for the Mananas.
And in our advanced course also, when you look at the chakras, in the Agya chakra, you have awareness as the positive aspect and the anger as the negative aspect. So they're so contradictory. So once you have awareness, there is no way you will get overcome by anger. You will not be anger will not overshadow you. And vice versa. If one person is angry, it means I'm not saying showing anger. Showing anger is different. You're doing it out of awareness. But becoming angry means he has lost his awareness. So again, coming back to awareness being the key.
Really wonderful. This I have been just telling me. I have been practicing stopping of this anger, because I used to get anger very much, and I wanted how to get it down. I think 20 years back, when I was in Bahrain, Brahmaraji, in 2005 or 2004 and 5, I used to, right, I should not get angry. First, that has to be ingrained in our mind. So I had written that in my workstation. Today I will not get angry. This I will repeat and I will read. And whenever I get angry, I will read that. I should not get angry. That has to first ingrain. That's how I practice started. And now I think I am getting the root cause here after 20 years. Really, it needs lot of practice. Lot of practice. Good. Thank you. Thank you for all the people who made us this. Manana, wonderful.
See, even with our food habits, no, like if you go to a wedding and you tend to overeat, like, what happens when you overeat? You know the consequences. So once that awareness is there, then you simply start avoiding. You don't need to eat that much. Those 2 chapatis are sufficient. You don't need to eat rice, nothing. So just that, that awareness, the more and more awareness that dawns on you, slowly you start giving up. There's no need to take dessert. There's no need to take gulab jamuns. It's okay. You had your meal. So all that, the more awareness is there, everywhere discipline creeps into us. And then the body and mind is able to function in a much better manner. And then if you give in to your desires, your cravings. So everywhere this awareness is important.
Yeah. And it again reminds me that here, apart from awareness, it is how the 4 pillars of knowledge are so important and they come into play. There's an element of vairagya, there's an element of viveka. Unless viveka is there, you will not even get this thought that I don't want this. Because because of the viveka, if I eat this, this is going to affect my health. And this again is like dukkha yoni. If you can, all that viveka comes in.
No, Viveka, Brahmaraji, Viveka here is only who you are. Viveka. Viveka not, okay, in general term, Viveka is different. But the Viveka, what we are learning in the advanced course is whom we are. Actually, we are Atma.
Correct.
That is the Viveka, permanent. What is permanent and what is not permanent.
Exactly.
That is the Viveka.
So unless you have that Viveka, that joy in the gulab jamun is not permanent. What I want is...
Good.
Okay. So Viveka comes in everything. It guides you. It is your guidepost. So starting with Viveka, and then you have Vairagya. Automatically that dispassion comes. You don't need to force it upon yourself.
And then the Shama.
Shama, Dhamma, it's all such a beautiful train, isn't it?
So good,
So
wonderful.
the
Really.
pillars of knowledge are so important. That is why they call pillars of knowledge. Along with awareness, all of this also is important. It is not enough. That is why Gurudev has not just given us Sudarshan Kriya. He's given us Patanjali Yoga Sutras. He's given us Ashtavak because knowledge is important. Just with
Persiji,
what you're going to do.
Persiji,
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
we going with that advanced course March 10th?
I don't know. In our group, only 7 people have shown an
Yeah,
interest.
that is what. Therefore, it didn't proceed. Therefore, we have to
It is
discuss
7.
this.
It is include one also. So I'm also there. So it will be
You
8.
can put it in that group. That is there already. Can
Yeah.
someone paste it and put it
See,
in the
we are, I
forward?
think, 14 of us here in this group.
Kshamyadam, may I just finish the paragraph and then we can open for
Yes,
the
please.
discussion, please?
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
Sorry
Thank
to
you.
interfere.
Sorry.
Just
go ahead.
finish the last paragraph. You want me to read the previous paragraph once again? I will just
If you
read.
do very nicely, madam. Thank you.
If a person has a desire that is not fulfilled and he or she does not get upset in the process, then that desire is not a binding desire. We are not dealing with non-binding desires here. We are dealing only with those that produce a force vega. This vega is the outcome of desire and is something that indicates the virulence or the intensity of the kama, as well as the krodha, the anger that results if the desire is not fulfilled. The vega, then described here by the expression kama krodha udbhavam vegam, the force that is released by or born of kama and krodha, is the ultimate object to be mastered. Another important expression used in this verse is prak sharira vimokshanat. Prak means before, vimokshana means release, and sharira is the physical body. Therefore, the expression means before release from the physical body. Before one dies away, then one is able to master sodhum shaknoti, this force born of kama and krodha. Krishna mentions this for 2 reasons. The first one being that if a person is able to accomplish this before he or she dies, then the person is a mature human being, Nara. And because he or she is mature, having mastered his or her own mind, the person is happy. Saha Sukhi. I'll read this last paragraph because that is the essence of the whole verse. Another important expression used in this verse is prak sharira vimokshanat. Prak means before, vimokshana means release, and sharira is the physical body. Therefore, the expression means before release from the physical body, before one dies away, then one is able to master sodhum shaknoti, this force born of kama and krodha. Krishna mentions this for 2 reasons. The first one being that if a person is able to accomplish this before he or she dies, then the person is a mature human being, mature Nara. And because he or she is mature, having mastered his or her own mind, the person is happy. Saha Sukhi. We will just close our eyes.
What is sodom, madam? Sodom?
Sodom is
Shaknoti.
Sodom is able to master. Master is Sodom.
Mastering is sodom and Shaknoti is happening.
Shaknoti
able
is
to.
able to.
Able to.
Able
Shaknoti
to
means
master.
able to.
Able to master. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sir.
Bela, can you check how much more of this verse is there? Can you scroll down that definition of adulthood? Yeah, I think there's quite a bit. No, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. There is a lot over here. Yeah. Actually, we've done a lot of Manana already on this. So we'll let everybody else also share. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, just close our eyes for a few seconds and we just try to recall. Yeah, Jai Gurudev. Kindly everyone share your one takeaway, everyone please. And along with that, for Persiji's advanced course also, we will have our discussion, please.
Jai Gurudev, biggest takeaway is Udbhavam Vegam, and that it comes, the force, anger, desire, whatever. Just become aware. With awareness only, you get, it subsides. Then you respond to the situation, you will not react. So,
And to add to it, when we have awareness, when the situation comes, automatically you recognize that you are getting angry, and similar way, and the smile automatically comes as you recognize this. Yes, calm down. And this is, when you recognize, like for me, it happened. I started smiling at myself. Oh, yes, I can see that this anger is now coming. So, yes, relax.
I think that is Satvika Sukha. That joy of that fulfillment when you're able to have a say on your anger. You have that spark of joy that comes up. That is so priceless. No.
Yes, Didi. So nice. And for advanced course, I would, I'm traveling in that week. So if I, just a request, if possible, if we can do it in the week of 19th, I can also, but if only if suits everybody and of course, Percy ji. So I can also, take the opportunity to be the part of it.
Same with me. I won't be able to attend that 10th, 11th, 12th out of station. But next week, definitely I will be able to attend. Jai Gurudev.
We have, I think, 15 of us now here. I think only 8 of us from here have confirmed for the course. So 2 of them are not able to. So what about the remaining?
I have to attend a marriage, like it's in Dehradun, so it on 9 and 10, and we'll be leaving on 8 and coming back on 11. So
Jai Gurudev, please count me. I'm Sheila.
Yes, Sheila ji. You've put up your
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will.
did you put your name in that list?
Yes, I will.
Copy and forward it. Then
Yeah,
it
copy
will
and
be-
paste.
Yes, like I can edit the course and put the change date if 3-4 more are willing. And then we'll get people from outside. So,
Yes,
Okay.
Ji, we can work on it also.
yeah. One more thing is, if if anybody has the skills here in this group, I am sure they have it. I don't know how to go to that site and make out a proper email pamphlet kind of a thing, which I can put up across in other groups. I really don't have the volunteers who do it now with
I
me.
think Vijay will help you.
Yeah. So the material is there. I've given it to Dr. Brahmra. I put the dates 10 to 12. If we need to change the dates, we can finalize the dates right now. And then that pamphlet, email, e-flyer or whatever can be made. And then I can put it in other groups that I know of. And based on those groups, if I get another 10 people, then the course can be on. So just finalize the dates and somebody who can make the e-flyer for me.
Flyer I will make, no problem. Even poster also I can make.
Who's that? I don't see you on the
I'm Madhuri.
Madhuri, okay. So then Dr. Brahma can send the this thing to you. She must be having a number. So, and then
Sure.
you can make the e-flyer out
So
ready.
what are the dates now? What
So
are
can the
dates?
dates be in the week of 19th March?
19th
Nine,
is it a Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
no, 19th is Monday.
No, we need to have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no?
Yeah, 19th is Sunday. 17th, 18th, 19th.
So if you want 17, 18, 19, we can switch the dates.
That is very convenient. If more numbers we are getting, then it's okay. Because
Yeah.
10th, 11th, 12th, I am not, I am traveling.
So let's finalize it at 17, 18, 19 then.
70. I don't want to bring in any vikalpa here because those are the dates when my colleague is not there. He's taking leave. So I will be needing to be in the hospital. But if you're having more numbers coming in, then I think you please go ahead. I will, I think the people experiencing it is much more important. So if more people are there for 17th, 18th, 19th, please let's go ahead.
Didi, we can do the last week then, 23rd, 24th, 25. Then everybody will be all inclusive. Since we are changing only, so we can.
Persiji might not be free. Persiji might
Yeah,
not
yeah,
be free.
please. Percy G should be free. That is utmost important.
Once you finalize the dates now and then don't go on changing it, then I can switch the dates of the other courses in and around it. Like,
can I suggest something? Since we are planning on postponing the dates, how are you placed, Percy Ji, 6th, 7th, and 8th of April?
actually, see what happens is we will get more support for this course in March because Guruji is coming today. Actually, we are having meeting with him also. I'm a lucky one.
Oh,
And
very good.
this thing events of Guruji starting from 25th. So after that post event, they have told us to have a course in March. So if we have it, then the whole this thing will also support us in the marketing activities. This is known as Bhakti Leher event that is going on in Maharashtra. And in that, whatever course we announce post Gurudev's visit, that will get a backing. Like they will also be doing behind the scene work for us.
Yes,
Normal
yes.
for ourselves, like a franchisee. Here it is
Yeah,
going to support us.
Brahmaraji, one request. If are you available on 24th, 25th, 26th?
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, okay.
I'm traveling then, yeah.
So let's seal it on 24th.
Yes, then do it for 25th, 26th.
So what I'm saying, I would be traveling there, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Yeah, I'm having wheels under my feet. Basically, we're planning to go to Varanasi with my parents. So, Nana Namma.
Booking done.
Booking we're going to do to be done. So what do we do? So see, we cannot accommodate everyone. So that is
Correct.
what I'm willing to step back. Which if 17th, 18th, 19th are fine, please let's go ahead with 17th, 18th, 19th. I think what Percy ji said, having it in March is important. And most of you who are not able to do 10th, 11th, 12th are able to do 17th, 18th, 19th. I will log in, where I will just I will register, but I will seek your permission, Percy ji, to attend only when I'm after work. So if that's possible, then I will be, of course, part of the group, part of the course, with this little clause over there.
Sure. No, what you do is you don't need to register. You do the volunteering part of it, like
Okay.
in the sense like managing the screen and all that. Like then when you have to make host, co-host, and all that, then you can also give it to somebody else. Like you know how to
Fine.
do all that. I am not.
Yeah.
I'm just learning screen sharing.
No, registering for me is not an issue, Percy ji. I will register for the Harmony system. Let it show up. So, but then let's do this. I think we'll fix for 17th, 18th, 19th. I think that will be the best.
But Didi, your friend is also not there, no? Then
Sorry.
Which friend?
You were saying
No.
your colleague won't
That's
be
okay.
there.
That's okay. I will need to be in the hospital. I will attend out whenever I'm done with my work. I'll be able to attend. So we'll see. Don't worry. I think we'll go with these dates now.
Yeah.
And Didi, okay, 24, 25, 26, you won't be able to attend.
No, 24, 25, 26, I will not be able to do. It's better 17th, 18th, 19th.
What about the Zoom link and all that? Who will be handling that?
Zoom link, if you want, I can, if you want me to create a Zoom link, I can, Percy ji.
Yeah.
We can use my Zoom link.
Okay. So then only through the course participants, you'll be giving the link, password and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that should be a separate password or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would request you to keep this course open to other participants as well outside this group. Yeah. So,
but we do not want to miss the knowledge what Percy want us to give. If other participants are not qualified, then he may not.
No, don't worry about all.
Because we want.
Don't worry, we'll go with the flow. What knowledge we are supposed to get, we'll get.
Yes. Oh, Jai Gurudev. So
Kama
nice.
Krodha Udbhavam Vegam. Even there we have to give a little pause.
Thank you. Okay.
So what we are destined to get, we will of course get. So
knowledge
I think
other than me giving it is Gurudev. I am still a student. Y'all are all more qualified than I am in the scriptural knowledge.
I think we're all in the boat of the sadhak. So let's just go with the flow.
Yeah.
But very nice that we're coming together to experience an advanced course conducted by our own Percy ji, which is very good.
I am waiting for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Percy Bhaiya, please edit your dates and give me the details and the registration link. I will make the e-flyer and poster also by today evening. And we will float it everywhere in all the groups with your permission.
Number.
Your voice is breaking, Percy ji.
Best is, first of all, before we float it outside, the first registrations should come from all of us, these 10 people, 14 people. Let's make it to Sankalpa and register first, all of us 14 people first. The moment I receive the link, I will register it.
Post it today for the revised date. We will do that.
There with Dr. Brahma. She'll put it on after editing the dates and all. And
yeah,
then
good. Again, we'll affirm our.
Yeah, I'll send it to you by WhatsApp, Madhuri ji. But I think Percy ji, you make the necessary changes in your Harmony so that link is link when people click for registration. It shows the revised dates.
Done today. I get the registration link change. Only the dates will be edited by me in my CA. Yeah, I'll get my volunteer from Pune to do that.
Okay, done. So I'll wait. In the meantime, I'll send it to Madhuri ji so she can do some groundwork. And
Yeah.
once your registration link is changed, just give an indication. So then we can start floating the
Just to me, the dates finalized. We have gone through so many dates. So that when
finalized, yes, 17th, 18th, 19th.
yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no? You have checked
Yeah,
it?
I've
Okay.
checked it. I've
Okay.
checked.
So 17, 18, 19. I'll tell them to change it. Yeah.
So by evening, today evening, the flyer and the poster will be ready with the date 17, 18, 19th. The moment I get the registration link will not change, Brahmaraji. The just
Not-
editing part,
Yeah.
Parsibiya will have to do, that's all.
Yeah. No, but when people click on the existing link, it will show
Yeah.
dates as 10th, 11th, 12th. No,
Yeah. You
so
are
that
right.
dates have to be edited. Those once it's edited, then you can float the
Yes.
link. Great.
I'll
Yes.
come today itself.
So done. Jai Gurudev.
Very good.
It was there in my mind for so long. My God.
Yeah, it
I
was
I was
actually
holding
your
so many
sankalpa.
days. Why this is not moving? You know?
I requested even Suresh Bhaiya also, ki, let's take the responsibility of organizing
Yeah.
Parsibiya.
That
You
earlier
remember,
only.
Suresh Bhai?
Yeah, Ji. We talked even on the call.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
before we close this topic here, all of us here, I think I've seen Malti ji's name, Sheila ji's name, Bela is there. Savita ji, you're able to do it now?
Yes, I'll do. I'll
Very
do.
good.
I was just requesting the God that whatever is will be. I was.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And Annapurna ji, what about you?
Till today, I will let you know.
Yeah.
Brahmaraj.
Suresh is anyway there. What about Loveleen? You'll be there, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Didi.
Brahmaraj, can you just post about the little course detail the sir who is taking? So my
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
were asking a little bit. So they wanted to, one or two people wanted to join. So
No
I
problem.
have one question to Parsi Bhaiya. Shall we put at least 2 advanced courses as this criteria?
No,
If
no,
you
no,
wish so, we
not
can write it.
no. Leave it open to all.
Yeah.
Open. Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
leave it open to all.
Yeah.
Lakshmi and Simi, what about you? Both of you, and Prem, Shankari ji also. So let's make a commitment now. And then we'll, like Madhuri ji said, once the registration link is ready, let's register and fix it up. Let's
One
give
of
our
the participants here in this thing, Simi Garg, she also wants to do the course. She's joining up, she said.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And then there's
Put
another.
even the fees amount also, that would be good.
For India, it is 4,000.
Yes, it is 4,000 for India. Oh, that is
this
another.
is an advanced. Sorry,
I don't
this is
know.
the advanced course, right?
Yeah,
It
advanced.
is an advanced course.
Okay.
It's an
Thank
online advanced course where the fees are less. It's 4,000 in India.
you. Okay.
I'm little bit concerned how Parsi Bhaiya is going to accommodate this our Nanaji's whole 1 year this thing with advanced course when the new participants are coming. Lot of time will go in teaching the mudras and bandhas and all other things, no?
I
Don't
think
worry.
Importance of
leave it to him.
silence.
That has to happen, no?
Importance of silence and everything.
Yeah. No, don't worry about that. There is enough time for everything here. In fact, the satsangs are cut off from advanced course now. So the knowledge time is there even during satsang time in the evenings.
Okay, fine. Wonderful.
That is not an issue.
Okay, very good, Shankari ji.
And you will be taking the morning sadhana.
Morning,
no?
let's see.
I can help you in that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I think we leave all those things to Percy Ji.
Percy
So
ji, yeah, better.
let him be the sutradhar for that.
Yeah.
We'll do some groundwork so that the course gets floated and we have maximum number of people benefit from it. And yeah, that'll be
Keep
good.
an open mind. I also want to give my best, and the rest
Yes.
will flow.
No, I have no doubt about that, Percy Ji. Regarding the fees for internationals, what will there be a difference? How do we go about?
I have to talk to the NTC about it. Who all are international in this group?
Dr. Renu, Prem, me, and Bela.
4 of you know. So I will just talk to NTC and find out, and then get back to you on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah. I'll let you know about that.
Fine. I had attended a couple of Indian online courses in India conducted by like Rishi Vidyadharji and Dinesh Bhaiya and all that once during the COVID lockdown. If I remember, there was no, I mean, people in India had helped me register because as internationals, we cannot access the link and pay from here. So
Yes,
some
we also
volunteers
did
in
with
India had
China.
paid.
Sudhir also did with China ji, the international course paying in Indian rupees only.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, even in Sangeeta Didi's course, no, almost every course we have 3, 4, 5 participants from abroad.
Yeah.
We help them register because they are doing so much volunteering and everything, and they need to experience.
I think
Sometimes
we can
people are
help
willing, we can help.
Ramanaji for that way.
So that was one
Madhuri ji,
way.
you can do that.
Or
Yes.
it amongst yours has how to you can make that payment in Indian rupees from some person here sitting here, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. That's not an issue.
Fine. Fine then. That's
Huh?
good.
You resolve amongst yourself how
Yes.
four people are there who need to have that assistance. Take it.
Yeah.
I think Madhuri has already volunteered for that.
Yeah. Okay. Madhuri ji will look into it. Thank you so much, Madhuri ji.
No, thank you. No. It's a privilege, Jai Gurudev.
Okay then.
So we have about 7 minutes before we close. Anyone wants to share anything more about the 2 verses that we've had?
Best
Belaji,
verses we had today. I
I
think this
we
is the
should-
main cause.
we should learn them by heart, so we get them, when the time is right. Dukkha yoni. Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya.
Yes.
I remember Charma used to mention so many times. He would keep these particular verse he has dealt with in detail. Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. Adyavanta. No, what is that?
Adyavanta kaunteya. Nateshu ramate buddha.
Nateshu ramate buddha.
Adyantavanta. Sorry, Adyantavanta. He dwell on this Adyantavanta very much.
Kaunteya. Nateshu ramate buddha.
Hey Gurudev, I am zero about the technology. I couldn't do it myself from my mobile or my husband's mobile or from the laptop for the registration. And one of the organizer helped me to get it registered. I mean, about the payment and all. Yeah. So I would need a help. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah, no problem. Then Shaknoti haiva yasodhum praksharira vimokshanat kama krododbhavam vegam sayukta sasukhi naraha. That prak sharira vimokshana. That is why it is said the human birth is so important, no? Such a precious gift given to us. We should not waste it away by pursuing prayers. If Shreyas is our dhyaya, then we will have to look at this. Shaknoti haiva yasodham. And kama krododbhavam vegam. That is what we have to look at.
Formula for that.
Correct. No?
Very good.
Clearly. How clearly Krishna has spelled out all that we have to do. We only have to apply our mind, give our dedication, commitment to it. And Gurudev has laid the path out so beautifully. In fact, one of the senior teachers that I met in the ashram was mentioning in one of the TRMs why sadhana is so important. One of the TRMs, Gurudev was saying he was not able to start speaking or something because he said, I feel there's a block. There's something, there's some block. And then he asked, how many of you, they were all teachers, how many of you have done your Padma Sadhana or doing a Padma Sadhana regularly? And then I think 3 of them raised their hands that they were not doing it. Then he asked them to leave. And then he said, now the block is cleared. And then there was, he started speaking. So what is important is that when he's given us what we have to do, he's laid it out. It is like one of our nitya karmas. Come what may. I think if we as sadhaks do our sadhana regularly with that honor and respect, that itself is will aid us in getting out of all of this. It's kama krododbhavam vegam.
See, Brahmanaji, with this example, you told that those 3 people were blocking Guruji. Wow, means negative effect affects so much.
Yeah.
So we should be very careful in our this one also.
Yeah.
To tell everyone that we should do this Padma Sadhana and this. Then only our growth also can happen. Wow.
It is not that they were blocking. It was Gurudev's knowledge anyway will flow, no matter how much negativity is there out.
No, means,
it was more to bring out the fact that as teachers, you cannot be, you cannot be lax with your sadhana.
Yes.
Gurudev's knowledge does not require it cannot be blocked by anyone. But it is only an anecdote, an example here that we, how important it is for us. Sometimes in order to let the student know, the teacher himself steps down a little bit saying, oh, my knowledge is getting blocked. I cannot speak or something like that. It is not like that.
No, such a good thing. Such a good thing.
Gurudev
I'm not telling it that way.
And all that, yeah. But
see, it is the affected people, as yesterday Guruji was telling in the satsang, that as planetary affects us, we also affect the planet.
Yeah.
That is the way I was thinking in that way.
Right.
That's why collective meditation, collective advanced programs affects in a bigger this thing, no? That is why continuously Gurudev stresses so much that सब साथ में मिलके सेवा करो, साथ में मिलके साधना करो. Collective energy is very powerful, which can affect the planets also.
So, Bela, you want to chant the Shanti Path? Someone else wanted to say something before we close?
Yeah, Brahmaraji. But I don't do Padma Sadhana. I just do some yoga and then do my Kriya and meditation. Then it means I'm not following.
Well, if you have learned Padmasadhana, then do it.
Yes.
No?
Yeah, I feel that like my yoga teacher told, every day same if you do, it doesn't affect, I mean, it is same you should not do for your bodies. You should do some different exercises every day. So
That
I
you
do half of the from the Padmasadhana and half of from the yoga, Surya Namaskar and all that.
Yeah, but actually Padmasadhana is designed, the whole sequence is designed by Gurudev, and it has very deep the significance, and the benefits are much more than what we think. It's not just asanas. So
Okay.
you do the other asanas that you vary outside of Padmasadhana. You want to change them every day, do different things, but then Padmasadhana sequence, do not change. You do that
Okay.
as at least one
And
branch
the plus
to it.
the yoga.
Yeah, plus yoga, it's up to you. But if it's good to do warm-ups and then do your
Yeah.
Padmasana. So that you do. The warm-ups you vary if you want to.
Okay.
All right, Bella, I will chant the Shanti part.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll meet up tomorrow again. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. I am waiting for the details of the course.
I'll send it to you. I'll send.
Thank you.